Step number one, posting at the right time on Instagram, is actually understanding that there are two best times to post on Instagram. The first one is going to be very specific to your exact account. The second one are going to be the broad best times for you to actually be posting on Instagram. Now look, these are going to change based on how many followers that you have, and you need to understand something. If you're not posting at the right time on Instagram right now, it's going to be the reason that you're not seeing the traction that so many other big and small creators are seeing on Instagram when it comes to Instagram Reels, and them taking advantage of this organic reach that we're seeing on Instagram. Because trust me, there's organic reach right now, but it's not going to be here forever. So you need to make sure that you listen up, pay attention to the things that I'm going to be sharing with you, like the best times to start posting. The first of which is going to be from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now you're probably wondering right now, Rob, am I posting at this time for my time zone? Do I post for this for my favorite creators' time zone? What time zone do I actually post in? And I'm about to get into that, but before I get into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, I literally drop a video about how to grow on these platforms every single day, and you're going to want to make sure that you do not miss it. In addition to that, I created a free Instagram growth course. You can get the link in the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you a ton of things like the best hashtags to use on Instagram, which obviously I won't be covering in this video. Recently, I helped Noah gain over 8,000 followers on Instagram in a really short period of time, in like 2 weeks. And one of the reasons that he was able to do this was because he adjusted the best times that he was posting at. Like a lot of you watching this video right now, he struggled for so long. He tried doing photos, he tried doing regular videos, IGTV, tried doing reels. And guess what? The thing that actually worked was when he listened to what I was telling him, specifically the best times to be posting. Now, I just shared with you the best time to post. There are two other time slots you guys need to make sure that you pay attention to. The last one is by far the most important, so please make sure you don't skip that part of the video. Now I need you to understand something when it comes to what time zone you should actually be posting this in. Instagram is not like TikTok. It's not like YouTube, where it's going to be based off of where you are because it's more of a geo-focused app. You need to understand something. Instagram is not based like that at all. In fact, you need to go into your follower analytics. You need to see where your followers actually over-index, what time zone that is, and that should be the time zone that you're posting in. Do not post for your time zone. Do not post for my time zone. You need to be posting on the time zone when the majority of people that follow you are going to be viewing your content, because if the people that follow you do not view your content, there's no chance that your content's then gonna get pushed out to other people on Instagram. And remember, this organic reach on Instagram is not gonna last forever right now. You need to be making sure that you're getting the organic reach, you're capturing that. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to just ensure that you're posting at the right time. The second best time that you need to be posting right now is gonna be from 2:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Again, guys, this needs to be for your time zone, and please take into consideration what your followers are actually gonna be interested in. I just helped this creator right here, Lit with Prayer, gain over 50,000 followers on Instagram, and guess what? He was able to do it by making posts that were super specific to certain times of the day. He created Christian content, so he did things like, here's a morning prayer, here's an evening prayer, here's an afternoon prayer, here's a prayer if you just lost a loved one, whatever the situation was. But you need to understand, he wasn't posting his morning prayers at night. He wasn't posting his night prayers in the morning. A lot of you guys are creating content that's going to be contextual to a certain time of day. If you're posting motivational stuff, it'll probably do better in the morning. If you're posting stuff that's really sad or really heartfelt, it's probably going to do better at night, which is going to be the last time slot that I'm going to be sharing with you, which again is where a lot of creators see the most success, because that's when people are off of work, they're off of school, and they're finally settled in. And a lot of people spend a lot of time on their phone at night. So please make sure you guys do not skip that last time slot. Now, before I share with you the last time slot that you should be posting in, I did want to cover a couple of mistakes that I see so many creators making. The first one is using irrelevant hashtags on Instagram. Please stop using irrelevant hashtags. Instagram is looking at your hashtags to try to determine whether or not they should push your content to that audience. If you're using irrelevant hashtags, you are literally hurting Instagram's ability to push out your content. Now, you need to understand something. If people do not watch the content that you're uploading on Instagram, specifically your Reels content, or if they're not interacting with your photo content, then guess what's going to happen? Instagram is not going to push out your content. And this is exactly why you need to make sure that you're paying attention to this. Because if you're using irrelevant hashtags, they're gonna show your content to the wrong people, so they're gonna swipe off, or they're not gonna like your photo, and then guess what's going to happen? Your post is gonna stop in its tracks. This is a lot of the reason that your guys' Reels are losing momentum, while your photos never get pushed out, and ultimately why you're not gaining followers on Instagram. The second thing that you guys need to make sure that you're paying attention to is the actual content that you're producing on Instagram. The number one post that you need to be posting right now is Reels content. Whether it be reposting other people's stuff, recreating other stuff, or just uploading your own Reels, you guys need to be paying attention to this. It is a major factor in whether or not you're gonna be getting views. And then finally, so many of you guys are creating content on Instagram that is completely the wrong length. You're making content that is way too long. You're making content that is way too short. You're making content that's kind of in the middle, and it ends up screwing you over. There are best lengths that you guys should be creating your content on Instagram. I'm gonna share with you later on in this video exactly what those lengths are. Oh, And I did want to share a bonus tip. For those of you guys that only speak a certain language, or maybe you're only posting for a certain geolocation, you should then only be posting for the best times to post regardless of where your followers are for those specific time slots where those people are actually going to be online. For example, if you're running a pizza shop in Asheville, North Carolina, you're going to want to post on East Coast. If you're running a clothing shop in LA, you're going to want to post on West Coast. Or if you're creating content for people that only understand French, well then guess what? You're only going to want to post in the time zones where French people are actually going to be online. I'll give you a prime example. I just helped this creator right here gain over 133,000 followers on Instagram in a really short period of time, and they were able to do it because they didn't speak English. They spoke a different language, and guess what happened? It was very, very easy for us to pinpoint what time they should actually be posting because of this, and a lot of you guys can take advantage of the same exact thing if you're only trying to hit a certain demographic. Now again, if you're only going for a certain demographic, well guess what? Your reach, it's going to be a little bit lower, but this doesn't mean that you still can't get a lot of followers and get a lot of views. I just would make sure that you're not comparing your content to somebody that's posting to a much broader audience, because at the end of the day, you don't actually know where their views are coming from. You might be comparing yourself to a competitor, and guess what? All their views are coming from people in India, or all their views are coming from the people in the Philippines, and you wouldn't want those views because you want to sell more of your course, or you want to sell more merch, or you want more people to come into your location if it's a physical location. So please do not get in the mind game of comparing yourself to other creators. Focus on what you're doing. Make sure you're actually reaching the right people, and one of the biggest parts of doing that is going to be making sure that you're posting at the right time, and specifically the last time I'm about to mention. Now, before I share with you the final last time slot, I did want to share with you guys how you can actually find when you should be posting for when your followers are online. It's very easy. You need to go into your analytics and actually look at when your followers are going to be online. If you have over 25,000 followers, I strongly suggest that you're only posting according to those times. You'll see 9 a.m., you'll see 3 p.m., you might see 12 p.m., you might be 6 p.m. It's going to be a time slot that's going to allow you to then post the majority of your content during that time slot. But don't make the mistake of loading up your stories at one time. I see so many creators, especially small creators, and honestly, a lot of big creators are doing it too. You guys will post 10 stories in a row and then not post any stories the rest of the day. It's destroying the amount of reach that you're getting on your stories. Or you'll upload a reel within 5 minutes of each other. Stop doing that. You need to be waiting at least an hour in between your posts on Instagram for stuff that's going on the feed or for reels that you're uploading. When it comes to your stories, you also want to make sure that you're spacing it out. But of course, you could upload a story within an hour period. But then please don't make sure that you're taking a break and not posting on your story again until the next day. You want to post on your story that afternoon or later that day, because then it resets it and it gets more people to view your stories. So if you have over 25,000 followers on Instagram and you're not in a slump right now, you should only be posting when those followers are going to be online. Otherwise, you need to make sure that you're only sticking to the best time slots, the time slots that I shared with you in this video, which again are going to be from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., 2:30 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then finally 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Now, I strongly suggest that you get out your posts in that last time slot earlier. Try 7:30, try 8 o'clock, try 8:15. I wouldn't go towards the 10, 10:15, 10:30. For some creators it works, but for a lot of creators it doesn't work. And then again, guys, you need to understand something. When it comes to gaining momentum on Instagram, you need to make sure if you find that the first time slot works best, post at that time slot, post 2 or 3 posts during that time slot if you're able to space them out so that you have an hour in between each post. If you find the second one works best, do the same thing in the second one. If you find the third one works best, do the same thing in the third one. Or you might find that the morning and the afternoon works, or the afternoon and the evening works. If that works for you, then you need to make sure that you're paying attention to that and you're only uploading during the best time slots for you to be posting. Again, guys, I really want to emphasize this. The organic reach on Instagram is not going to last forever. If you would have tried to grow on Instagram a year ago, 2 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to do it, but you can do it right now. Make sure you're taking advantage of it before it disappears. And that's exactly why I created a video about the latest Instagram algorithm update, because remember, you could be posting at the best times on Instagram, but if you're not doing everything else right, you're just not going to get the views or the followers that you deserve. I'm putting the video up on the screen right here. Please make sure you check out this video. If you're serious about growing on Instagram, you want to get more views, you want to get more followers, you now know the best times to post, but you also need to make sure that you're paying attention to everything else that I mentioned in this video.